you're a Republican, you should simply sit back and enjoy this. People have been talking about the great civil war among Republicans. I've argued that it's rubbish. The real civil war, especially after this election, is among Democrats, and we're seeing it now. A rebellion by House Democrats led by Nancy Pelosi against the White House, a rebellion by Warren leading the left-wing faction of the party against the moderates, and it's a great free-for-all.
All right, the words of Charles Krauthammer. Joining us now, Ken Blackwell, Senior Fellow for the Family Research Council and former Mayor of Cincinnati, former Secretary of State of the great state of Ohio. Hello, Ken.
Hey, Steve. Good to be with you.
Always great to talk to you. All right, I saw your piece at foxnews.com, what the GOP Congress should and shouldn't do in 2015. So let's start with what they've done here in 2014, which certainly sets the stage for next year, and much to the chagrin of many in the party and many who voted in November. You know, Obama could sit there. He's bragging about he got Michelle's lunch plan funded. He got his fight against so-called global warming funded. He got all the Ebola money he wanted. He got everything.
Well, look, clearly, I think the Republicans missed an opportunity to stop this executive overreach. It's very clear. Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution states that the Congress shall have power to establish a uniform rule of naturalization. That means that this process that the president is misusing his executive powers to implement this overreach could have been stopped dead in its tracks by this Congress and the majority in the House. There were several dozen conservatives, I think, that stayed in action, but we will have an opportunity to take another bite at that apple. One of the things that we can do immediately in January, and that is to get the Keystone pipeline moving. There should be no more impediments to approval now that we have well over 245, 247 members, GOP members of the House, and a clear majority in the Senate that wants to get this country moving again, headed toward energy independence and the creation of 20,000 jobs in the heartland of the country.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and Keystone is one of the first things that Mitch McConnell has said that you know, he will bring to the floor, and of course, you know, the pick and choosing. I think someone said the low-hanging fruit on Obamacare, such as the medical device tax. But there's a darn good chance that, you know, Obama will rack up a bunch of vetoes on those bills and other bills that will pass both the House and the Senate. So, you know, it might be, it's never symbolic. It's what they're supposed to do. But the president could certainly veto those.
I think those folks are right that when you give him the whole package, he will probably refill it. But then I think the GOP majority should take concrete actions to give him a piece by piece set of reforms that he would have to, you know, expend an enormous amount of power of vetoing. I don't think he can veto all of it, and I think that there are parts of it that once they were repealed, he vetoed. I think there will be enough folks to override his veto. I would like to do.
Let me ask you, Ken. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Piecemeal is probably the way they're going to go. What should they not do? We have a minute and a half left. What should the Republicans not do in 2015?
Well, they should not advance an assault on property rights. There is this effort by a special interest to do away with our patent laws that have been the source of innovation and entrepreneurial advancement in our country. I think that's one of the things that they shouldn't do. We need to get our economy growing again. We need not only American ingenuity, we need to revitalize the small business sector, and that's because that's where all the jobs have been created. Not all the jobs, but most of the jobs, and I think
Absolutely.
one of the things they shouldn't do is, and the big thing they shouldn't do, is to go back to the 60-vote filibuster standard. Harry Reid dropped it down to 51. I think we should stay there, and we should protect ourselves against what I think is
Very interesting.
clear court voting by the president at the appellate level.
All right, Ken, always great to talk to you, sir. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas, Steve. Good to be with you.
All right, thank you. Ed Morrissey's next, folks.